All right, we back again. You thought you had, did you miss us? Oh, yeah, we missed you too.
Yes, we
Yes,
did.
we did.
We back, we coming at you live, and I'm glad to be here. Um, we got some, we back on the stage, we back on the platform, and we want to talk about some stuff today.
Yeah.
First, I want to let everybody introduce themselves, tell you who they are before we get started.
Well, hi everybody. I am Tempest.
Hi, everybody. This is Lawanda, and you can
Always
get in
got to
touch with
find
me
that's
on
right.
LJ Hopper at Facebook or Bubbling Brown Sugar, where I do short stories. It is such a pleasure to be back with you on today. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's have some fun.
Okay, we standing in tonight for sitting in for Milk and Honey and to showcase what she's got coming up. And you're going to be this fabulous play. It's
Mhm.
going to be called Ladies Sing the Blues,
Yeah.
and it's going to be Saturday. And so, if you able to, you got your ticket already. It's going to be going on for a month, so you got chance, you got a time. So support it and go see it. I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
What theater? Theater 47, right?
Theater 47.
Yeah, if you've
Okay.
never been to one of their plays, you missed out. You need to get there. You need to get your ticket. You need to get there because they're fantastic. I've been to almost every last one of them, and and you never disappoint. Especially those who like plays like not just like Tyler Perry, but any play. They put on plays that make sure that you get your money's worth. You leave
Amen.
with an experience. So at this, so everybody, I encourage you to get a ticket and to participate.
Okay, I gotta check it out.
Okay, right. There's been a lot of things on my mind, but just especially with all of the stuff that's going on and all of the heartfelt and all of the pain that everybody is suffering and everybody is dealing with. And so I wanted to ask just for what we call our icebreaker tonight. And sometimes we do them, sometimes we don't. But tonight, I said, what is it that make you know that there is a God? And I'm gonna let them start, and I'll come back with mine.
Well, I would say first of all, I wake up in the morning. I'm breathing. I got the activities of my limbs. I mean, that's not me doing it on my own. It's got to be a God. Just to see, nature, the trees, and just see everything. We know that it's got to be a God, and um just knowing like the things that you go through, how you can go through something and you can have a peace of mind while you're going through your storm. I would say can't nobody do that but a God. So I would say that for now.
Yeah, what makes me think is a God. Now, when I was in school, they talk about evolution and a theory of scientific theories and stuff like that. And but when, like you said, when you go through real life experiences, that lets you know that there's a God. From sleeping in your car and you praying to God and He answer you.
Mhm.
From a little child, from the mouth of a babe, when God used my daughter to encourage me, I know it wasn't her, but it's what she knew. She was like, "Mom, I thought you believed in God. Believe in this."
Mhm.
And it's just seeing the miracles of God in our everyday life. When you get up and you can breathe good air,
Yes.
just seeing those different things that happens and stuff that can happen. Even like when we bought our house, uh, not even having enough finances that they said we needed in the bank, and then the next day it's all in there. Matter of fact, it's more than
Mhm.
enough.
Mhm.
If we wouldn't have been looking for a house, I don't know if we would have had that much money coming in. So it's just God, just like working miracles. See miracles in your life
Mhm.
happen, and,
Mhm.
and it happened to you, and it happened to those that are around you. Just
Yes.
watching those miracles happen, it ain't nobody but God. When He saved your life in the
Yes.
instant when death was knocking at your door, and all of a sudden you still living and you want to live, you didn't,
Mhm.
it ain't nobody but God. That's how I know it's a God, because he's in my heart.
Amen.
He's in my spirit.
In my
I
soul.
just feel him.
Yes.
I just feel him, and I know he's real.
Amen.
Well, I asked this question, and not just today. I've asked it on several occasions, and then I asked Letitia, and Letitia said, "Well, the one thing that makes it so phenomenal to her is water." She said when she think of the oceans and the seas and the ponds and the rivers and how there's no depths and you can't see, as far as you can look, it's nothing but water. And she said that's it's profound to her. I
Mm.
asked my daughter Tammy, and Tammy said it's the mere fact of the genders of a man and a woman and how
Yes.
they are so the components are made and they fit together so
Mhm.
perfectly, and
Mhm.
how the every art of the body works and knows what to do.
Yeah.
Eyes know to see, ears knows to hear, so all the components of the human body. And I told him, as for me, and it's I looks at it, it's mountains. I said, when I think how important mountains are, how you can see them and they couldn't be formed, man couldn't make them, they can't even
That's
describe
right.
them,
That's
how they
it.
comes together and how important they was, not now, but even back in the day. Not Mount Nebo, Mount Carmel, Mount Moriah, I mean, all of
Oh,
these are
yes.
mountains, and how profound and perfected they was, because on each one of the mountains, there was something that magnificently happened.
Yes, it was.
So
Mhm.
I just think that mountains play such a and then and have you ever had a mountaintop experience?
My God.
Martin Luther King said, I've been to the mountain and I looked over, but
Come on
I
now.
may not get there with you, but I done been over there. And
Yes.
I even look at Moses, how he said, I'm gonna let you look, but you're not going.
Mhm.
So I think the mountains is one thing that is really prevalent to me. I said that to say this because if that you know there is a God, do everybody have a conscience?
Well, I would say everybody don't believe in the God. Just like the children of the Israelites, when they came out, they believed in God for what they wanted at that moment, but they still came out and made their own God of ghosts. So they made a God of their own choice at that moment. So a lot of times, no, I think people just go off instincts. Not everybody. To me, you're born with a conscience.
Mhm.
You're born with a will. You're born with a
Mm.
choice. But
Mhm.
everybody don't use their conscience.
Yes.
Everybody don't use their choices and will.
Mhm.
Not in a good way anyway.
Right.
And some, yeah, that's a hard one. But it's a hard one with conscience, because it be on your mind. The conscience is your mind, your
Your
thought,
thoughts.
your activities up there, and you got that,
Mhm.
but that'll make it godly.
Yeah.
That'll make it right. That's how we end up getting murderers and rapists and all this stuff, because their conscience is blurred. Because even Judas had a conscience. He wanted money. He wanted to see sacrifice for 30 silvers. He had a conscience, because in the end, and his conscience got to him, he killed himself. So he had a conscience. It's
Mhm.
just what you do with your conscience and
Right.
how you use it. That's
How
what
you
I
choose to
say.
use it. Yeah. I would say, okay, you said, does everybody have a conscience? Yes, like I agree with Lawanda. Everybody is born with a conscience, but how you use your conscience is different. Some people use it in a negative way, because our conscience is there to teach us, well, to let us know right from wrong. So you're gonna either let that conscience steer you the wrong way, or you're gonna let it steer you the right way. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like she said, I think a lot of times people's conscience is blurred, and I don't know. I just think people use we have our heart is not right. You know what I'm saying? And I think your conscience sometimes and your heart can go together. Like what sometimes you feel in your heart, it comes out in your mind or whatever. But I do say everybody have a conscience, but it's how you use it. You can use it for good, or you can use it for bad. And unfortunately, a lot of times we use it for bad, and that's how we end up in trouble and going downhill when we, shouldn't.
Do y'all think everybody have a conscience? Chime in and let us know what y'all think about it.
Well, I think that it has, if God created us all and he blew into us that breath, and that spirit, I'm thinking he didn't make no mistake.
Mm-mm.
And so I think that with the soul, it comes the reasoning of the discerning of the right and the wrong,
Mhm.
knowing, you can just about know when your conscience starts to bother you.
Mhm.
You know when it's something you have, you crossed the line, or you
Mhm.
did something you ain't had no business doing. So, but it's a picture I watched, and it's called Doctor Strange. And when I watched Doctor Strange, there was a woman, and she was down in this hole, and she was in the hole, and the only thing could kind of like bring her back was her children's. She was so deep in hole. So I think that we have a conscience. I think everybody got one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I think that what happened is sometimes what is the root cause to make you lose hope, or go down in that hole so deep
Mhm.
that it make you lose conscious of everything that really matters. I mean,
Mhm.
it to me, everybody had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a time when I think that people cared. How you can think a child could go and just shoot somebody 16 times,
Yeah.
or take somebody's life and didn't even give
Wow.
the life? How is it that you can just keep going to jail and not even have a conscience to who domino effect that it's affecting?
Yeah.
Because trust me, everything you do, it's not just you that's being affected.
That's
That's
right.
So
right.
how do you get to a point that maybe it don't bother you, but do you think about somebody else? So
Mhm.
you have to think that sometimes you can get into a dark place
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you get to the point, I guess you just don't care. I mean, that's what I'm saying now. And in the day's time where we can just care what we say, we don't care what we do. We don't have no respect for the parents. Kids killing their own parent.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's some stuff that is unheard of. Going into a school, don't even know nobody, just drive by and just shoot somebody. You don't even know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dark place. But how do we get from this dark place? Or what do you think we need to see? Or what do we think we need to do in order to come back? Because we have no fear of nothing now. If they don't fear the parent, they ain't gonna fear nobody
That's
else.
true.
They're not gonna fear police. They're
That's
not gonna
true.
fear the court system.
Yeah.
They're not gonna fear their neighbors or anything. Because I even heard a young man tell me, I ain't nothing. My daddy wasn't nothing. My mama wasn't nothing. So I know I ain't gonna be nothing.
Oh, wow.
And don't even think he's gonna live to get to be 21. They don't even have a desire to think that their life is
Wow.
worthy, or that even is worthy to even live.
That's
Wow.
sad.
So what do we do? What system do they need to put in place?
I think this world and this system of things need to change its narrative on how we speak, not just to kids, but to one another. How we need to encourage each other. And we say we love, I love you. And we say it like it's just a natural thing, but love is action. We need to show love. We need to and it doesn't start when you get grown. It starts when you're when you're a
When you're a
child.
child.
You instill that in them when they're young, and when they grow up, this is all they know is love.
Mhm.
But when you got to constantly beat them, cuss them out, talk to them like they're your equal, and then they get up and thinking that it's right, and then discipline. I still go back to discipline. Love is discipline,
Mhm.
but it's proper discipline. It's not
That's
beating
true.
and abuse.
Right.
There's proper discipline, and you can discipline in love. And we've taken that out. We've taken prayer out. Everything, you think you're holier than thou. You think you this and that. We've taken everything, all
Mhm.
the things that mean something that will help us see the light and help us grow. We shine on that. We don't want that. We take that out, but we rather just twerk, curse, and do all
Mhm.
the other things
Mhm.
that look and appear to be fun,
Right.
look and appear to be glorious. And that's why uh, God is exposing a lot of these demonic spirits now. All these people that you're worshiping and all these leaders. I seen last month, it was just so many leaders stepping down from their
Really?
ministry. And
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
why are they stepping down? Are they afraid of being exposed?
Mhm.
What is happening? But God is he's coming here. He's here,
Mhm.
and he's exposing those things. But we have to have a discerning spirit. We have to be able to just to see God in everything. You
Yeah.
know, we just got to be able. It's not saying that you're holier than thou. It's not
Right.
saying you cannot live, but you got to be able to love genuinely
Yeah.
and show it with show it with your expressions. And that's what I feel like we're missing a lot of love.
Yeah. And I agree with what you
my-
said.
Wait,
Go
my
ahead.
nephew said we need to cancel the internet off now.
Yeah, TikTok and all of that stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, but then yeah, but you got a lot of people who make money doing that too. So
Yeah.
I think when it comes to that with the social media stuff, it should be they should be able to like watch, what's being put out there, you know what I'm saying, and like ban certain things from happening or whatever. But I want to go back to what you were saying about how uh with parents, how they cussing the kids out, they beating them and they doing this and that. A lot of parents grow up with the same thing happening to them, so then it's a domino effect. They do it to their kids. Now, does it make it right? No, it doesn't. But if they grew up and they grew up never receiving love, right? Never seeing love and feeling love. They don't know how to love. So now they just doing what was did to them. And then it's like I said, it's a trigger. It's a domino effect. And if nobody steps in and break that generational curse or that bloodline curse or whatever, it's going to keep going on. Those spirits is going to transfer from one generation to the next. And it's going to keep going on till somebody get to a point and say, you know what? This is a spirit right here. Yeah. And this spirit has a chokehold on our family. And we need to start praying. We need to start banning. We need to start loosing. You know what I'm saying? And try to help people get free. And then with that, we can, eventually try to love. Then you look at, like you said, the system, they taking prayer out of the schools, they taking prayer out of, you can't do nothing. But my thing is, they can't take it up out of your home. You are in control of what's happening in your house. So I think, okay, they took it from outside, but we can still keep it on the inside. So it's up to us too, as a people, to do whatever we need to do in the home. And then as Christians, we need to show more love, right? Because we got Christians, we know we Christians, we know we say, but we don't always show that love as God tell us to show that love as a Christian. We acting like the world do. Yeah. So we got to be the light that shine and let people see Jesus in us. And if they don't see it in us as a Christian, then where's the example for those unbelievers?
That's true. Kennedy said that's that part, the generational curses must be broken. She said, y'all talking good. Thank you so much. Chime in, y'all. Let us know what your thoughts are on this conversation.
Yes. At some point, I do think that there are generations and there are maybe curses, but I tell people that I talk to, how long do we stand behind what somebody else did? Yeah. Accountability and responsibility is only to you.
That's right.
I can blame my mom and daddy for so long, but after a while, I have to come to myself.
That's right.
And you have to say it ain't about my mom and daddy no more. Now, I don't know how grown some people get. Some people get it early. Some people get it late. Some people, I don't know, maybe they never get it. But at some point, you have to stand up and be accountable.
You got to be accountable.
I mean, I've seen a lot of things that people do, and that don't mean you did it. Right. I done seen a lot of them curse, and that don't mean you curse. I've seen a lot of them are drunk. Don't mean you're gonna be one. So at some point you have to know right from wrong and have that conscious mind and say, you know what, it ain't about them. It's just I got to work this thing out.
That's right.
Especially if you got some children or you got somebody, you got to fight.
Yeah, you got to fight.
You have to fight for what in this life. It is a fight. It's an everyday struggle.
Every day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
There's no way you can get up every day and say, you know what, I fought a good fight yesterday. No, you got a brand new one today.
Every day.
And the stronger you get, you're gonna it's gonna be a bigger demon.
Yes.
So you have to get up. You have to put on like the whole armor.
You got to put the whole armor on. You got to be ready every day, all day.
So if we grown and we got all of this grownness and we got all of this conscious new, Janet Taylor said, don't mess with your conscience because your conscience won't mess with you. So if this is true and that is the way it is, how is it that you can cheat? Because now you willing.
That was good.
So now you willing. So now you willing to lose something.
Oh.
And for something you finna lose something for something you don't want. Because I'm sure if you with somebody, you must want to be with them. So why would you mess with something you don't want, willing to lose something that you do want? That wouldn't make a lot of sense to me.
Mm.
And if you did it, you say, "Well, I slipped and tripped and I failed." Okay,
Temptation.
okay, that was that one time, and your conscience bothered you, and you'd say, "I ain't gonna do that no more."
Right.
But you go back and you do it again and again and again.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then how you got chicks on side. I be asking myself, and I wish somebody tell me, how do you have enough time to do that? I thought loving one was hard enough, and enough. It's it's enough work, and just trying to make one woman or one man satisfied. How do you have enough strength, enough energy to go and try to please 2 and 3 homes? Somebody is lacking.
Yeah.
Somebody.
And hopefully, ain't no hopefully. Ain't gonna be me lacking. No.
What say you gonna get me?
No.
You gonna get me first?
No.
I'm the 10 off the top.
I ain't finna scoot down in no car. I ain't finna be chick on sides. And if I am, it gonna be the other chick. It ain't gonna be me.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
But I can't see how you could just. To me, that's one of the. I ain't gonna say it's one of the worst because we do forgive.
Yes.
And
that's the hardest thing to forgive to me.
Oh, I think it's one. I ain't gonna even tell you. I'm it's good. I ain't got nobody because if he cheated, bye.
You saying that now, but what if you head over heels in love and he just didn't mean to do it?
Well, if I got to walk down the alley with a flashlight, baby, you still got to go. Because I said it's like a barber. There's always a next. You're not gonna just if I'm what you want, you better act like that's what you want.
Yeah.
You sitting up here trying to do 2 and 3, and you ain't doing 2 and 3, ain't giving them no money. So that's money you giving them, that's money you ain't giving me.
Yeah.
A home you taking care, you ain't taking care of my home.
Yeah.
So somewhere it's gonna be lacking. And trust me, you ain't gonna keep on with that type of conscience. You gonna slip up.
Yeah.
They say, how do the people know you? You tell somebody they cheat. Most women, there's a sign.
Oh, you could tell. We get that feeling, that unction. You be like, dude,
I
something ain't right. Something ain't right.
You do?
But you do get an unction. You be like, dudes, you been acting a little funny there. Something ain't right. Something different about you.
It has to be something.
You can feel that shift in that person that you're with. Especially if you've been with them
coming
forever.
in, but now he ain't coming in.
Right.
You better go on your lunch break.
He have money, now he ain't got no money.
Right.
Now the holidays, he ain't got time to spend. He got to share a holiday. I mean,
no, you ain't got
how
no
do
share.
You do them?
How you share a holiday with? You don't share a holiday.
I don't know how it works.
They miss out on the holiday. You don't share no holiday.
You better be at home.
I don't know how it works. I promise you, because I just can't see you having that much time.
So how can you? The question is, guys, how can you cheat with somebody you really don't want to be with? To hurt somebody you really want to be with.
To risk losing that person you
really
risk
losing the one you love and cheat with somebody you really don't want to be with. I think it's like temptation be out there, or you feel like, and I'm just saying hypothetically, ain't me, but you feel like you can get that little moment of pleasure is going to take you farther than you think, and you don't realize the damage it's causing because now you done got with somebody and now you got another soul tie.
Right.
You ain't got another soul tie, somebody else in your system, and it ain't as easy as you thought it would be. I'm gonna bump that one time and I'm gonna go about my business. Where that one time was one too many because either you liked it or they liked it and you couldn't let it go like you thought you could, and we end up falling in the trap.
Yep.
I heard somebody say, sometimes you get an inch and you get a scratch, but sometimes you know what, that scratch may be a good scratch. And you can't get out like you want to.
Yeah.
So sometimes you best, if you know you vulnerable or whatever the case is, some stuff you just don't, you know what? You look good, you smell good. But baby, I got something at home.
I gotta keep going.
I can't risk. I don't know.
But a lot of people do. They risk it. They risk it. And you said, how do they do it? People find time to do what it is they want to do. But they find the time to make time for you and make time for that other person. And I say a lot, like she said, it's temptation. The temptation is out there. Sometimes you could be surrounded by people, your friends, you see your friends doing it. And they, they got their woman at home, wife at home, or whatever, that main one, but yet they dipping and dabbing with Sue, Sally, and Jenny, and and whoever. And now you like, well, man, they doing it. Maybe I can get away with it. Let me try this. And then you try it because you thinking that grass look green on the other side, right?
Most
That
time.
grass, and then sometimes that grass do look real green on the other side, but at the end of the day, you realize there was some fake grass. That fake grass be green all the time. Like you never see the brown spots. It's just always green. But then you get with that person, like she said, now you done got a soul tie. Now you connected. Now you feeling feelings. They feeling feelings. So now you walk around here, your conscience all messed up, like you just all screwed up. You try to dip and dab. Then eventually you realize that grass wasn't so green, them spots start showing up, and then you sometimes it's too late. You done lost what you had.
And another thing is too, I feel like when people step out, it's because you could be in a whole relationship, a whole marriage, and still be lonely.
Mhm.
You can still be not getting your needs met in your house, and it just take one person or two or three or however many you want
Right.
to just whisper in your ear the things that you needing to hear.
Mhm.
And it takes all of this of you going all the way over here for that person at home to realize I ain't giving this person what they need. So that's probably why they forgive, because they know they done messed up because they went lacking. However, that doesn't mean that it's right.
Right.
I'm just saying, I'm
True.
analyzing
True.
why would they do this, and they would do this because they missing something at home, or you could be lonely in a relationship. You could be in a whole love relationship and being there by yourself.
And another thing, oh, go ahead, Mom. You want to say
No.
something? Another thing, I would say this. Sometimes you're right. They could be lacking something from home, but yet again, they could be getting everything they need at home. But it could be just some things that they want to do that your spouse ain't in agreement to because they know it's not right. And because that spouse ain't agreeing with you, yet again, you tempted because you see your homies doing what they doing. And now you like, well, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna go talk
Bed
to
is
her.
undefiled.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but when your conscience don't think right, you feel me? Your
Yeah.
conscience don't think right. You
Yeah.
gonna go elsewhere thinking you gonna get what you should have been getting at home. Then you realize, hey,
But at the end of the day, you got to be true to yourself.
You
So, I
got
mean,
to be.
okay,
Yeah.
it's good that you're gonna be true to your wife or to your husband, whoever the case may be.
Mhm.
But every day you got to look at the man in the mirror. So this is when your conscience ought to come into play. When you
True.
can look in the mirror and say to yourself, pat yourself on the back. I made it another day. And anything that you want and that you figure you lacking at home, be like Denise say, tell me.
Mhm.
Tell me what you're lacking.
Tell me.
I mean, if whatever you lacking, and you have a woman right here, and you tell her, I need you to put on some stilettos, and then if she says, baby, I've been wanting to put on stilettos all the time.
Been
You
waiting
know,
on you to
I didn't know you like it like that. You know,
Yeah.
you will be amazed at
Mhm.
all you got to do if that's what you desire.
That's right.
You could get it right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But no, you seen somebody else with some stilettos, and then no, she had some too.
Mhm.
I just think that whatever you have to be true to yourself
That's
That's
before
true.
you can be true to anybody else.
That's true.
And
That's
if you
true.
can live with yourself, now you got to ask another person, can they live with you?
Mm.
No, I mean, you got to be true.
Yeah.
And then you got to look in the mirror every day, and every day you are killing yourself. And you don't even see yourself dying. And you say,
Yeah.
well, I still smiling, I'm still looking good. But trust me, baby, there's a death that's slow death.
My
Yes.
God,
Yes.
that's true.
Be like them old people say, you're gonna drive like a soda cracker.
Mm.
I never knew what they meant, but they said
I never heard that one.
Drive like a soda cracker. You know, you can't be standing in the cut being the cleanup woman and think you ain't gonna get dirty.
come on.
Mm-mm.
You is some things where and I just believe that. You got to
Yeah.
be true to yourself.
That's true.
Before you can, for anybody, before it even gets to the other person, because now you're dealing with not, will she forgive me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you coming up here telling her to forgive you. No, and if she go out, and I know I'm getting a little
Come on.
biased
That's okay.
because
Come
if
on.
she do it, Men
Oh,
can't.
they
They
can't
can't
handle it.
take it. We
They
already
can't
know
handle
that.
it.
The man cannot take it.
Cannot take what you
They
put
can't
out.
take it to see you speak to another man sometimes. Like,
Oh,
bro,
they
calm down.
oh, they gonna be hunting you down, killing you on the
The
sidewalk. You
quietest
know.
one in the bunch get loud.
Yeah.
Like,
Men they
bro,
can't
you
tell
just
it.
did what you did to me. You mad now? Like, and then that's my thing. How is it that you could do it, but then if it get done to you, you feeling some kind of way?
Hey, Dr.
Why
Ann,
is
love
that?
you.
You know, why is that?
Yeah.
If you do it as a man, but yet we turn around and do it, why do they get so? Why are they so devastated? They so hurt and so.
It's an ego. It's pride.
Mm.
And they probably don't even want you. But they ain't gonna let know. They don't want nobody else to
To
want you
have you.
either.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
It's an ego, it's a pride.
yeah.
And so I find that it's when your conscience is eating you up in a lot of ways, because your conscience is supposed to kick in before everything happens, just like you said. And when your conscience is eating away at you, you need to speak to yourself. You need to talk to yourself and let yourself know this is not where it's at. You need to do affirmations, whatever it takes to keep yourself sane
Right.
and on the right track. I remember being in a relationship, and it wasn't a good relationship. However, at one point, I was ready to do some things, and my conscience kicked in because I'm a child of God.
Mhm.
I was just learning the Lord and everything, that's when I started really believing, because He was speaking to me,
Okay.
because I would be in jail right now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that conscience kicked in and said, like, you got these kids here. You
Mhm.
know that you're gonna lose everything. What makes you lose every single thing you have for a one night stand,
Mhm.
for to come back with AIDS, to come back with HIV or some other sexual disease,
Mhm.
to go outside? And I just was reading where a lady met a man on the internet and everything, and she left her family and went out with this man on the internet, and never
Oh,
made it back
wow.
home.
Wow.
She just went out for a friendly visit, and she never made it back home because she wasn't being treated right at home. And her husband said, I tried. Now
Wow.
she done lost her kids and her man and her
In her
life
life.
for just a one night stand
Mhm.
or just to feel good. So your conscience has to kick in at some point. If it doesn't, we need to pray hard,
Yeah.
because you're in the dark place. You're in the
Yeah.
dark place,
Very dark.
and you need a beacon of light. Somebody needs to speak life into you. That's why I say, if you're
Yes.
going through depression, or you're going through something else, I always try to get around some light.
Yes.
I always try to get around somebody that can speak life. It ain't necessarily got to be the church, but it got to be somebody that's speaking
Mhm.
positivity. Somebody that's speaking opposite of what you're thinking.
Yes.
Because you could be thinking in a dark place, and that one little positive word could just bring you straight up out of it.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
yeah,
You know,
I don't
that's
know why
right.
people do what they do, but we need to, check our conscience.
Just
Yeah.
about everything that I look at and I think about, honestly, it may sound crazy, but I contribute to family, because I think if the family was empowered, it would empower not only the wife, she can empower the husband
Yeah.
empower that, and we can have some more empowered children's. And it's such a effect that, because when the home is not right, it's hard to you to give something that you ain't got.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you're not getting it and you're not giving it to your family, not giving it to your children, how do you expect your children to know how to give it?
Right.
That's right.
And it starts at home
Yes, it
and it
does.
spreads abroad.
Right.
So it's I just think, and all of my kids are grown now, but it takes a lot for you to deny yourself
That's
Yeah.
it.
and try to do what's right for your children's. And I
Mhm.
think that now we in a time now where I want to feel good. It ain't it is if I feel good, I don't care about nobody else. Don't get that.
Yeah.
Long as I get mine, I'm gonna be okay. And it's not
That's
like
not
that.
right. That's not right.
It's not right at
No,
all.
it's not.
I think
Mm-mm.
that one of the things that we need to demonstrate is not. I know it's at the home. I think the home is spread, but everybody has like a family in a household. Then you have a church family, and then you have a work family. I
Mhm.
mean, there are so many. There's so many aspects when it comes to family.
Yes, it is.
But I think that the first aspect ought to be the one in the home.
Yes.
Yeah. How can a man take care of anything else of God's and anything else if you can't take care of your own home?
Your home. Yeah.
Home comes first.
Well, I was thinking about that, and we're not gonna, unless you guys want to, we're not gonna go on that onto a level. But I was thinking about that because there are so many women has stepped out to the point of being the man, and I said it because all this stuff that women's doing, I don't know, but I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to get in no ring and no woman beating me and blood in my eyes and stuff like that. This is a shield girl. Oh, she wearing all kind of belts because she is a fighter and she can bloody you and she bloody and don't care. And yet women want to play football. And I'm like, some of this stuff, come on. We done just moved.
Chromosomes are different.
I know. Oh, this is a different time. But a
on
woman's still a
football.
woman.
Right.
I was a
We still
tomboy,
women.
so I'm just
I
saying.
was too. But we still women. I see
I mean,
what
you
you're
look
saying.
you. I mean, have you looked at some of this stuff? There are more women on the sportcasters now than the men.
They like sport. Yeah.
I love sport.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, I don't want nobody tackling me and knocking me down.
Oh no, because I like karate.
I like karate.
I took
think
Aikido.
karate is okay.
I used to. I don't know. I like kickboxing. I don't know.
I like that.
I mean, we done
I
took
think it
it.
depends
We
on-
done
I
took
think
the
it depends on what
femininity
it
part
is.
out of it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and
Well, I used
I
to
get
love
it.
Roy Jones Jr. Go ahead.
I get it. Because sometimes you is pushed in a position where you ain't got
Mhm.
no choice but to come on with it.
Yeah.
So come on with it.
But now when you do meet somebody, and I know, and I probably stand guilty, when you put up all of these walls
Yeah.
because you didn't have no choice but to stand up,
Yep.
pay the bills, and be the man and do
Right.
all that stuff. You do, be the pay up, put that role.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But at the same token, you still a woman.
That's right.
Yeah.
You still that sensitive. You still want to be
Uh-huh.
caressed, rubbed, and
Yeah.
get me out the shower, and then you got a warm towel waiting for me.
Yeah.
You still want
Oh,
that type
yeah.
of
Still
stuff.
You
want
do.
that, yeah.
I ain't never had it, but I've been thinking about it.
Sounds good,
Ain't never
don't
had it,
it?
but I sure think about that stuff. Getting out to step out the tub,
That sounds
and he's
good.
standing right there with a towel. He just got out the
Right.
dryer.
I'm gonna have to put that on my list.
I know, but that's my bucket list too.
I'm gonna put that on my list.
Yeah, I mean, some stuff like that, you still look for that. You still
Yeah.
long
Yeah,
for
you
that.
still want that romance.
That
you want
tenderness and
yeah.
stuff.
Yes.
But now we so hard, and we so, if somebody do come and give it to us, we probably wouldn't even know how to
So
appreciate
what you
it.
doing that for?
Yeah.
Right. Because we so used to being in control,
Yeah.
and now it's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
now for
yeah.
me to be vulnerable to you,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You looking like is he for real? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Is this the real thing?
I ain't
Now
let him
your
do that.
mind is right. You got all these questions, and now you got doubts, and this man could be that right man, but because you were so used to carrying the household for so long, you was like you said, sometimes you forced to be in that position, and you become so strong, and you build them walls till you don't know how to be vulnerable no more.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
or you get in it, then you messing it up because
I
you-
know.
you
I know.
you
I'm
so used to being this
I'm
strong.
Really,
I can
I'm
do
really
this.
Like
Oh,
that.
I got it. And the man be looking at you like, woman, can I just close the door for you? You be like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. But you be so used to not having it, and you just doing everything for yourself. And you got to learn how to be vulnerable,
Yeah. I want that. I want one, that just come in and and do all those things. And baby,
Me
I got
too.
I
that.
do too.
Thank you. Thank you, honey. Appreciate it. Bring me a glass of water. I look for that stuff. I know I'm at
Yes.
home by myself.
Yes.
So and I've been fortunate to been on all both sides. I've
Okay.
been single, been married, been separated, been a widow. So I've been on all of those, but at the end of the day, I know the best one is two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two is better
Two.
than
Two
one.
is better than
Oh,
in
yeah.
my opinion. I've been
Yes.
one
yeah.
before two.
Yeah.
I'm one
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I'm ready for two
again.
it's the thing of, and we say it all the time. I don't want nobody, and I promise you, I'm on that end too. But it get to a point where you want somebody to help take out the
Yeah.
garbage. You want
Yes.
somebody to clean the
Yeah.
snow off your car.
Right.
Yeah.
You want somebody that said, "Baby, don't worry about that. I got it."
Mhm.
You want that, and ain't nothing wrong with that because that's what he said. Two is better than
It's
one.
better than
If
one.
one fall down, the other can pick you up.
That's right.
Yep.
If you're in the bed, two can get warm.
That's
That's
right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? He knew it, and when he sent them out, he
So-
sent them out in twos.
Twos.
So
Yes,
two is
he did.
always better.
Yeah.
We make it do with one.
Ain't got no
She,
choice.
Dorothy said, "Yes, ladies, my husband is just got done washing my back, and it feels good."
Don't rub it in now. But that's a good thing. That's a good
I
thing.
love it, sis.
I promise you.
Yeah,
I promise.
that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
did he get you the warm towel?
Right, right.
Yeah, ain't nothing, and you up there by yourself trying to reach back there and try to wash.
Wash
It's
your
hard.
arm back.
It's hard doing that.
You better buy a brush.
Make that arm work. Gotta stretch it. Stretch
Stretch
it a little
it, yeah.
bit.
Baby,
Go
it's-
the opposite
that's
way.
why
Like,
you
I get
know
it.
it was designed. These things were designed.
Yeah.
And you know that's where God don't make no mistake.
Oh,
He
don't.
knows what you need. And
He knows
he
what you
put
want.
it there because he said you can't do this by yourself.
Yes.
You need some
No.
help. And
We
when he
do.
gave it to us now, we don't know what to do with it.
We don't
Come on.
appreciate
We
the
don't
help.
No, we don't appreciate it.
Yes.
We take advantage
We
of the
screw it.
help.
We
Yes.
abuse it.
Yep, we use it and use it up till they don't want to
Yeah.
help no more.
It's abuse.
And that's go both ways.
Yes.
Oh,
it
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Almost
Both ways.
definitely. But you know, I think women's can love and let go. Men's a love and kill you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Men's can't.
Now, these women nowadays, I don't know.
Uh,
It used to be like that. These women nowadays,
You're right.
Honey,
Women's getting wild
these
now,
men
though.
these men, if you leave them, they gonna take you out.
Yeah.
That's why I say
Yeah.
I don't want them to love me that bad. You know,
yeah.
just love
Just
me enough.
Enough.
don't,
Yeah.
don't love me that bad.
Not
Yeah.
enough that you want to
Not
kill
enough that
me.
you want that.
Right.
Yeah.
That all you see, all
Yeah.
you want. No. Don't
Yeah.
love me that much.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to be all you want, but I don't want you to love me so much that if we ain't together, you want to kill me.
You know, I
No.
asked somebody, would you
Been there,
rather
done that.
would you rather be loved or would you rather be loved or you would be the one loving? Would you rather let them love you or you rather love them more? Which one?
It better be equal. Or
Equal.
something.
Yeah.
I think it's equal, but
Have it ever-
sometimes.
do you ever see it like
but
that?
I
was
don't
just gonna say
mind.
that.
I don't
I was
mind loving. You know,
More.
more.
Yeah.
I don't mind, but I want. It's got to be a reason why I love you that much. You
Mhm.
know, so you done did something. So you whatever that something was, I don't need you to keep doing it. Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, sometimes you get these people that love till they stalk you.
Yeah.
Have you
No,
ever been
nothing like
stalked?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a terrible feeling.
It
yeah.
is.
That's
It
a
is.
dark conscience.
It
a dark
is.
conscience,
It is
yeah.
Very.
I've been followed to the job,
It's scary.
threatened to be put in the car, trunk of the car,
Mm.
all kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
I
serious
understand that.
stalker.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
that
need
was
all that.
So you gotta be careful who you talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
be careful who you marry.
That's true.
Somebody watching you and peeping and
Right.
seeing. Oh man, that
Sitting
has
on
got
the
to be
porch
one of the worst
across
life.
the street. But
It's like you get in a relationship with somebody and they one person for a
Mhm.
while, and then all of a sudden it's like a
They
darkness
switch.
come over them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's like, wait a minute, is that the same person I
I'm
was
married,
with 3
yeah.
months ago?
Yeah.
It's a whole different person because the real them come out.
Yeah.
All the door open your own door. I'm tired of opening that door. I ain't doing another bathroom. We all use it. You know, they change on you.
Yeah.
And so that's when you find out that, oh my God, what did I get into? So do you see red flags? Do you see the conscious changing and shifting, or do it just
Mhm.
happen overnight? And I found out that once I studied and relived things in my mind, you see it.
Yeah.
You see
It
it
was there all
coming,
the time.
but you
Mhm.
ignore it.
You
We
ignore it.
because it's just that one time.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't mean that.
Yeah.
Oh, they just said that like that. And you defend it. Let somebody tell you they said something or did something,
Yeah.
and you defend it because you know they not that person.
Mhm.
I know this person opened the door for me. I know they cut my steak up in little pieces.
Right.
I know this person. And so you're going to defend it. So if you see him or her that way, you only seen it for a moment. And I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to be conscious of what we think and see.
So why do you think that? Why do we ignore the red flags? Like what happens? Like
I think it's a lot of reasons.
yeah. Why
What
do
you
we
think? I think that sometimes we can want something so bad.
so bad?
And I have seen this even now when we got this. There was a young lady who allowed a man just on the internet. He was talking to her. Next thing you know, have you had all these people that with this fraud, and these people's telling you they in Georgia somewhere, and they want you to send them money. They've been robbed and stuff. You don't, and you haven't never seen them. You
Right.
never talked to them. I was looking at some fish something show, and what a man has been.
Catfish.
Yeah,
catfish.
and he done sent her money, and you couldn't tell that man that wasn't a woman.
Yeah.
And after they found the woman, the real woman, no, she mine.
Right.
I'm gonna marry her. They was like,
Yeah.
but that ain't the woman.
That'd have been catfish, right? And
But
that's
he wanted it so
catfish.
bad.
Yeah.
I wanted it so bad.
There are people, and I ain't gonna say I ain't not one of them. You can want a relationship. You can want to be with somebody.
Yes.
Want somebody to love you. Want somebody to care for you.
Yes.
That you are willing to overlook some stuff.
Overlook some stuff. That's true.
Yep.
And I don't know how much do you overlook, and how much, when do you see it, and you stop it right then.
Right.
Because most of the times you get so far in, you just start taking everything, and that's gone too
That's
far.
a bad thing.
That's a bad thing.
That's a bad
The
thing.
first time they shifted on you, that was a flag, and
Yeah.
you ignored
And
it.
you ignore it.
And now in the way the world is right now, you can't afford to ignore nothing.
That's so
Yeah.
true.
You have to have your guards up. I don't care if you've been with a person 40 years, 50 years.
Yeah.
You got to still, because people change. They go to we go through a
Menopause.
and midlife crisis
Midlife
and
crisis,
all that. So
yes.
mentally, you got to be prepared. You got to shift with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying just
Well.
ignore, but you shift on, because people change. Kids grow up,
Yeah.
and people grow old. When the shifting start, you shift with it. You got to be
Then
not one-dimensional.
you're gonna be a phony or a fake, because now you shifting because they shifting.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I ain't saying get mean,
I'm like,
but
okay,
I'm
well,
saying,
we
you know,
shifting, how
you
we
how
shifting
you
with
shift
them?
when
Well,
they
Right, how
shift?
we shifting with them?
no, you got to let them know I recognize this. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You shift up and let them know I recognize this ain't the real you.
One of them
This is not what
shift
you shift up. Yeah, shift and go.
Because
with
if
them.
you acting crazy, I don't want to shift with you and start acting crazy. Because then we both gonna be crazy.
you
Who's gonna
say?
take care of the kids?
What you say? I'm gonna shift right when you shift. I'm gonna shift just like that. I'm gonna shift
We gonna
with you.
shift
I'm
together.
gonna shift right with you. Yeah. So it's
I don't know.
we gonna pray about it.
Because you get so far into stuff. I mean, and then especially when you mess around, have children and stuff,
Oh yes.
and then all of a sudden you want to bag out, get out. You don't. I don't know. I mean, it can be very, very, very. I've been there where you want to stay
Yeah.
for the kids. I mean, you like ain't nobody gonna love my kids like him. Ain't nobody gonna be good to them like him. And I can't do this by myself. I
Right.
can't. But after a while, speaking personally, after a while, you get to a point that you thank him. And everybody's like, how do you
Yep.
thank him after that?
Yes.
I said, because I didn't know I could do it until that.
Yeah.
Sometimes until you get into put the tea into the hot water,
Come on.
you don't know what you made out
You
of.
don't know.
And
Diffuse
then
that stuff.
after you got out of it, and then you look back, and he said, well, I'm sorry. You were like, now you need to take that up with God. You made me.
Come on.
I'm better now.
Yeah.
I'm wiser now.
Yeah.
If it had not been for you,
Yes.
you meant it for evil. But it was for
But
my
it was
good.
for my good.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
I know now that I know
That's it.
I can make it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't question it.
That's it.
That's
I know
it.
my strength now.
I know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and your words.
In my word. Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of times we don't think that man, anybody gonna want you but me. Boy,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
about
lie.
16 people lining up.
Right,
Saying,
that's
so I
a-
can say
That's
dead.
a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah, people's always gonna tell you that, but you have
yeah.
to know your worth, and you
That's
have
it.
to know
Got
what
to.
you're willing to tolerate.
Yes.
That's it.
Because sometimes I think that is a lot of it too. A lot of times the women have tolerated to the men just go it on with it.
Yeah.
But if you was one of those women that said, "No, baby, you got the wrong one.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't roll like that."
Yeah.
Then he might want you enough or willing to say, "You know what? I got to get my cousin just told me that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He said his wife made him better. His
Okay.
wife made him stronger
Okay.
because certain stuff she wasn't going to tolerate.
Yeah.
And she
She
should.
shifted. He shifted with her.
And when she told him that, he said, you know what, baby, you're right.
Yeah.
You right.
Yeah.
And he said he thanked her because if she had just went on, he would have just
You
went
would have
on.
kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just kept
But
going
because
with it.
she
And that's
didn't
true.
take it,
Yeah.
it
Mhm.
made him wise up. So he shift right with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you have to shift. But before
Wow.
we go any further, I just want to remind everybody, Tashika, she's in Lady Sings the Blues. She's at Theater 47. It's coming up this Saturday. If you have not gotten your tickets, please get your tickets. You can go online at Tashika Benson. She's on Facebook, or Benson Tashika. She's on Facebook. You can go on there and look at the flyer and see how you order it. If you have not been to one of those plays, you are totally missing out. Go ahead, go back to it.
No, I like that. I like that. I like that.
Can I ask what is Theater 47?
um, it's out south.
Okay.
It's out
I've
south.
never heard of it. That's
I don't
why.
have the direct information, but we can put it on our page a little later if you want to go. But it's called Theater 47.
Okay.
Theater 47. I say theater, but it's Theater 47.
Yes.
They know what you mean.
You know, for the we want to thank Milk and Honey. I appreciate them. They gave us an opportunity to sit in for them
Yes.
They did.
while they were rehearsing and getting ready for the Ladies Sing the Blues. So we sit in for them. But on next Thursday, we will be starting up our own podcast.
Yeah.
So you look.
Yay! Give us that clap. Yay!
So-
It's our audition.
So be
Right.
on the lookout for to see what's new, see what's coming.
Yes.
And if you followed us with Milk and Honey, continue. I mean, it's not like we expert. We just sitting there talking.
just sitting there
And
talking.
if you want to talk back, talk back. If you want
Yes.
to disagree.
yes.
If you want to just let us know, you know what, this is a good subject to talk about, because we welcome subjects, we welcome
Yes.
scenarios that we can bring to talk about that's entertaining
Mhm.
and to share with others. Because one of the things that I want to be and always want to be is an empowerment.
Yes.
Yes. I agree.
You got something you want to share, Miss Tim?
I just want to say I want to thank Milk and Honey for this opportunity for, like she said, allowing us to sit in while they were doing their rehearsals. And just thank IntellectualRadio.com for offering us a slot to start hosting our own. So we thank you all for that. And just thank God for opening the door for us. And like she said, don't forget to follow Tashika Benson so you can get the information for her plays. And you can also continue to watch the Milk and Honey podcast, as well as watch ours that's upcoming. And just want to thank you all for talking with us, chatting with us, and following us as we hosted this show.
All right. We really appreciate you. You guys helped us to feel like we was doing something right.
Amen. The last thing I want to say is I have on a t-shirt, and the t-shirt says watch. And that's going to be my closing thing, is because if you in your life, all you got to do is watch. The W stands for watch your words. They are powerful. They can be life and death. Watch your A. Watch your action, because your action can speak louder than your words. Watch your T, because your time is valuable. And when you got less of it, it becomes more important. Your C is your character. Your character is who you is when ain't nobody watching you.
Come on.
Who are you when
Yes.
nobody watch you?
Yeah.
And in the H should be first, but it's last. Watch your household.
That's right.
Your household should be important.
Yes.
That's
Make
right.
sure that you keep a house that's tight.
Yes.
Family that prays together, you can stay together.
Amen.
Honor them. Watch them. Watch your children's.
Yes.
Watch how your household manners, and keep God first. Be
Amen.
blessed. Wanda, you got anything to sound off with?
We love you. Hope to see you again on Wednesday and Thursday with Milk and Honey on Wednesday, and we'll tell you what our name is on Thursday. Come back. We love you.
Not this Thursday, but next Thursday, October 10th, right? It's the 10th. I think it's October 10th.
Yeah, next week Thursday.
Whatever next week Thursday is, that's when we'll be back.
All right.
Love
Take
y'all.
care. Love you all.
Peace.
Thank you.